Okay, my starting watch list for the chat room on Tuesday, WLT is on it. Now, it's a little obscure. This was earnings day. See the massive volume? And it sold off, but it came right back up. This is interesting to me. It's so beaten up that I don't think it mattered what earnings were. This wasn't really going to sell off. So if it holds up, this is a potential long, even for a day trade. Wait, let me get the after hours off here. I just kind of clean it up a little bit. All right, sorry about that. So this is the gap up here on earnings, and then it just sold off. But you notice how quickly it came back, and now you're kind of flagging below those after earnings highs, if you will. So up over this area, you know, up in this, I don't know, the 1780 area, something like that. If you can get to that, in other words, really just a break of Monday's high, that might be enough to get it through the after earnings high, and then I think this thing, I think sentiment changes, and it's probably up from there. I think this would be a good swing trade from this area, but I'm still looking for a day trade on this one as far as tomorrow. So looking at the daily here, it's kind of obscure. You don't really see a setup, and that's true. But just because earnings are behind us, CLF was strong today. I think WLT is worth watching. Facebook, I think I made a video on it the other day. If not, I at least made a chart on it, how you had a head and shoulders here that got rejected, and now we're through the 28. Now you've got 2 days down on declining volume. So this is to the 8-day moving average, which isn't out of the norm. Okay, this coming down and retesting the 8-day moving average. This is interesting for a possible long for a day trade even on Tuesday. Again, everything we call in chat depends on intraday action, so it'll depend on that. But NIHD had a crazy move from, who knows, 420, something like that, all the way to almost 10. Now you're down 5-6 days in a row. I do have this one on Bounce Watch, so NIHD, again, with an intraday setup is interesting. PWE, nice volume on Monday. Just going to watch this one for a potential long on Tuesday. BSFT, nothing too compelling here, and it's a lower volume stock, so this isn't something I'd normally call in our chat room. Closed at 25.92, but now I've got to put the after hours back on there, and you can see that after hours it's all the way up to 28 bucks. And as beaten up as this was from the gap down, this one could be interesting. So this just goes on watch. And LVLT is actually kind of interesting as a short. You could say, hey, it's up into this gap now, but it's up 4 or 5 days in a row, and it's starting to get long range on the day. So this actually, I'd be looking for an intraday reversal for a possible short, if nothing else for a trade on Tuesday. And that's a short list, but as always, we'll find stuff to add in the pre-market. And as trading goes on, we didn't even have MBI on watch today, and I was able to grab it today at 10.54 on this initial spike. And I know I already put this in the after hours video, but I ended up with over $3 a share on some of my shares on MBI. Wasn't even on watch, so that's the beauty of scanning the markets as the day goes on. Sometimes you can get a volume move like MBI. And so we always catch, I don't say we always catch, we always watch for those in the chat room as well. And maybe we'll catch one of those tomorrow. But I'm just starting with this short list, and we'll build as the day goes on or as the morning progresses. So I'll quit babbling, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.